Hello. I'm so sorry, guys. I had a spill. I'm gonna put it in the chat. Had a spill. So I had to clean it up because some crystals are sensitive to water, like this one. And I think it's okay, but yeah, a little bit sensitive. Some of them are. Yeah, it's gonna be okay. I need to probably put it out in some sunlight, so I'm gonna keep that one there. But everything else is fine. So today we just have a collective message. There will be no card pull. We can hang out in the chat. We can talk together about our day. Today has been wild for me, of course. I'm noticing now that every portal for me is really dramatic and very emotional. And I'm not here for it. I'm not here for it, guys. But I understand. Because it's like you have to like be able to work with the energies, basically. But yeah, so that's what we're doing today. I had a deck. I don't know what happened to it. Oh, it's there. We're going to use this archetype deck. This is what I was grabbing for when I had the spill. And my phone also got some word in it, but it's okay. So I'm happy about that. Hello. The hair needs some work. Sorry. We were like a little bit flustered because I was not expecting that damn, I was not expecting my water to drop basically, but it did. But yes, I need to pull this up. This shirt's just slide all the way down. Okay, there we go. Now we're giving. All right. So I hope you guys are having a beautiful Lionsgate. Like I said, I'm noticing all these portals, I just get extra emotional for no reason. But I understand why. And I also did a petition today as well. I'm doing someone else's a little bit closer to when the sun goes down today. But I found some really great mantras as well. I personally love working with Sanskrit mantras, so I would suggest if you are into meditation, looking into Sanskrit mantras because those are very helpful for me. I found one for inner body peace, and I'm like, wow, this is amazing. I really have so much admiration for, what is it? We have New Age, well, we're going to say Old Age, or more esoteric spiritual practices, just because I'm not saying the current ones aren't effective, but we have to understand. I feel that they had more of an instinctual connection to spirit, basically. And so I feel that sometimes their mantras can be more effective or potent or powerful, like when working with the root chakra, for example, which is what I was doing, because I was like, I need to be grounded right now. Lum, the earth mantra, excuse me. Lum, Lam, Lum, 108 times. Very, very clearing, very, very powerful. Like I said, if you work with the energy, you know what I'm saying. If you don't, you're like, oh, what's she saying? But mantras. And our soul, they're like, Gina, you need to work with angels. I'm like, okay. Okay, because everyone, like, I feel that I'm being led in that direction, but I don't resonate with angels for some reason, but I know they exist, so we're working on it. I connected with, well, I guess, I don't know. I guess it's uncomfortable to say for me, but Christ, his energy. Definitely not a Christian, but I would say Jesus never connected really, I guess, from a Christian perspective, but I had resonance today. I'm like, wow, how interesting. I don't go searching for spirit guides, basically. I don't clock for angels. I don't clock for deities. I don't clock for any external deities, basically, at least personally for me. And so it's really interesting when one comes through and we make a decent connection. So, yeah. Oh, by the way, guys, welcome back. Yes, it's been a while. Hello, the wonderful land. I'm doing great today. We're just talking about this 8-8 portal. This is more so of a collective message. I haven't started pulling cards yet, but I soon will here. Just was talking about my overall experiences today. But yeah, I just never really connected with deities before. So I don't clock for them. I don't purposely invest my energy into them. So it's always interesting when one comes through, and Archangel Michael is really, 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 really like all up in my face. So there's something there, I guess. I don't know. I'm still seeing about that one because I like more esoteric. I want to understand the esoteric names of the angels versus the biblical names of the angels, because I understand, or at least from my research, I understand the Bible has been translated 10 times with no documented list of those translators. And so the book for me is very mysterious and, in my opinion, written in code. So I like to try to experience different names across cultures for the angels. And I haven't found the angels yet, so I guess we'll see. Usually, whenever you want to know something from external universe, just set the intention. Say, hey, spirit guides, I want to find X information. And usually I find it. Like I wanted to find Jesus's esoteric name, and because I heard it, but then I forgot it, and I could not find the footage from where I heard it from. But then, lo and behold, I found his esoteric name, or what others refer to him as, not according to the Bible, and not Yeshua either. I resonate with that name personally. Also, they were saying to me, I guess, how names have resonance in them, and that's why I think I'm hesitant to use angel names or something. I don't know, just how names have resonance in them. We're going on rambling now. All right, so let's just do 2 cards here. We have Alchemist. Ooh, I love this. Yeah, this is what I was thinking actually, because I experienced some really interesting emotion. I'm like, what is this, spirit? They're like, oh, by the way, Gina, you know what you're here to do. Basically, alchemy, transformation of base motives and goals into golden wisdom. Shadow attribute, misuse of power and knowledge that come through spiritual practice. So we definitely do not want to find yourself in the shadow of being an alchemist, because that is like you are mining in the most harshest way spiritual resources. So I would caution everyone not to do that. But using wisdom, or using the wisdom of God basically to teach others, and even internal energies. Alchemy. I bet none of you guys watch anime, but I like Full Metal Alchemist. Basically, the law of alchemy, there's the law of equal give and exchange. So like, it's always something for something. And in this particular anime, they tried to resurrect their mom, but in the law of alchemy, it's impossible. And so his little brother lost his whole body because of the law of equal exchange. For the information they gained, alchemy, they had to, and also trying to bring back their mom, they had to give up his body. And then his brother lost a leg, an arm, and then he lost a leg getting his brother back. So it was really a really intense show. I don't know, the show it's like, if you watch anime, you think it's for kids, but then you watch it, and then it just dawns on you how dark the shit is that you're watching. And it's like, kids can watch it because they won't understand it. But when you understand the subtext of everything, it becomes very, very intense, I would say. Ooh, we have victim here. Wow. So we are letting go of victim mentality. Prevents you from letting yourself be victimized or victimizing others. And I was saying, mining for spiritual energy is like really not, it's basically being toxic to the universe, and that's just bad, not bad karma, but the law of you will eventually catch up to you. Everything eventually catches up to you. So victimizing others, yes, you can do that with alchemy as well. And they're like, be specific with your phrasing here, Gina. In this matrix, our people are, I don't know, I want to say overlords, but that's not the right phrasing, but for lack of a better word, overlords definitely engage in harmful practices of misusing our collective energy. Meaning energy harvesting. That's an interesting phrase, but that's what I think, or that's what I can observe, basically. So shadow, playing the victim for positive feedback in the form of pity. And this honestly makes me flash to like the homeless people, love them. It's funny, I saw this guy, and literally he was eating a burger. I guess maybe he was really hungry, but he was just got done eating the burger, and then he had to sign up again while I was leaving. And I don't want to judge him or anything, but I was like, I don't know, maybe he just hadn't eaten in a while, so the one burger didn't satisfy him. I don't know, I'm just trying to make excuses for him, but I'm like, it's just so funny to me, him doing that. But yeah, it was really interesting. Inability to maintain personal boundaries. This one is so me, literally so me. I have an issue of taking on people's energy. And I asked my spirit guides, I'm like, spirit guides, what can I do? And I know they want me to ask. There's a guy I got a massage from. He did energy work with me as well. So I want to ask him because I think, Grand Rising, hello, happy, what is this? Portal? I don't know. Happy Portal Day. We'll see. But yes, I want to ask him because I know he does extensive client work. And he was very supportive throughout my session. Like, he knew exactly what I needed. Well, not exactly, because I wanted to booty rub too, but not in that way, but it was just like, it would have flown with the whole thing. But anyways, he was very perceptive, basically, so I would love to ask him. But yeah, sometimes I just don't know what it is, because I do shielding work. I know how to do rose hedging, or like rose protection. So I don't know what I could be missing, but I guess we'll see. I definitely will have to ask him what he does specifically. And I know also, like, you have to, when you do spiritual work, you have to be just more diligent. I guess, I don't know, we'll see. Because this is not, I've done, I don't know, we'll see. And one more here. We have Judge Brown. Balancing justice and compassion. Managing fair distribution of power. This is also something for me. I don't want to say I struggle with compassion, but I definitely understand justice more. If that makes any sense. Like, I have more logical energy. So, but I could, obviously I have compassion. Obviously, I'm not like crazy or anything. I'm just like, does it look like I have a shirt on? Jeez. I just like don't want to look. Okay, there we go. Okay, perfect. But I feel just more connected to masculine energy, basically. It's more, it makes more sense to me, basically. I don't know. I connect more with it. But balancing justice, and compassion. It's always a balancing act. And that's the fun thing about being in this universe. Learning. Shadow. Offering only destructive criticism. Yo, I was just thinking, okay, so today I had violin. And I got done with my piece, and all I could just think of was everything I did wrong. And I did a pretty good job, you know? But all I could think of was everything I did wrong, which is the bowing. It's always the bowing with me, because bowing is so hard. And also reading notes too, but for this time it was mostly bowing. And he was like, "You did such a good job." But then I was like listing my negatives, basically. I was like, "Wow, Gina, you really do that a lot." We're going to learn how to be more compassionate. Misusing business, legal, or criminal authority. Definitely, I don't think anyone in this collective. I think some can resonate more with than others. And we have prostitute on the bottom of the deck. Yes, I love this energy. And guys, you may think I'm extra, extra weird, but I know that I have a past life as a prostitute. I know I do. So I kind of like this card. She says about the money. And honestly, maybe there's like, I know there were courtesans in Europe somewhere. I don't know. Maybe I was one of those people. I don't know. But it's just funny. Prostitute. Accentuates the challenge of surviving without negotiating the power of your spirit. So finding soul-aligned jobs, soul-aligned opportunities, and how that in this realm, doing what we love can be quite a challenge, I feel. It says quite a challenge, especially when we want to honor our spirit and we want to honor how we feel internally. Because we have to, it's like there's such a gap in between collective consciousness, and again, differentiation is a fact of the universe, okay? Or hierarchy is a fact of the universe. And this is not to say one is better than the other, but it is to say one is more concentrated, I guess we'll say, for lack of better words. All right, so yeah, just basically like we I guess scratch that because I lost my thoughts. So I guess they're like, no, don't go down that path. But what I said was kind of true. Anyway, for me, I have a challenge understanding differentiation because we have color. So for me, that must mean hierarchy. But we have such a negative association with power dynamics in this realm. So I don't know how to expand that idea, like to how... Anyways, this is just the musings of Gina at times, because I just want to understand how we could bring more peace into this planet, because I know that we have the ability to anchor it, but we have to start with social relations, basically. But it's just a tough challenge. And I would say also, I need more schooling, or like, more hands-on knowledge or something. I don't know, I just want to understand more before I make idiotic statements to the world. So, anyways, getting back into this. Accentuates the challenge of surviving without negotiating the power of your spirit. Again, finding soul-aligned opportunities, spirit-aligned opportunities. Doing things that don't suck you dry, basically. Things that are opportunities align with money that bring you happiness as you do it, but still align with your spirit and your overall morals and ethics. And here it's a challenge. It is. Shadow. Places material considerations and security above self-empowerment. Ooh, we have secret behind that. Ooh, we have king here, so we do have some money. But places material considerations and security over self-empowerment. And so I think this is the shadow of the whore that we often hear about in society. The woman, in this archetype, okay, the prostitute, the woman that sells her body, but really she fucking hates it, but she does it anyways because that's what gets her ahead. I think that's the complete shadow. And we can say that the prostitute is a whore, but then don't we also kind of whore ourselves out to companies to get money? And this is, again, this is high, I guess, high thought, high philosophy, but still food for thought in my opinion. Just because, yeah. And I guess I said this one too. Seeker. Thirst for wisdom and truth wherever they are. That is totally me. I'm like, Spirit, how can I become smarter? How can I become wiser? How can I not be so stupid? Make me better. Make me an avatar. A guru. A yogi. I had my chart read, and she basically said I have a life path trajectory or opportunity of being a yogi, and that made me so happy. I know people are like, what the fuck, a yogi? Why do you want to be a yogi? Because it's cool. That means like you have reached supreme bliss on earth. You have reached heaven on earth, literally, and that's what I guess the overall goal is for me, while also having prostitute syndrome. I'm sure we all have. When you are ambitious, yes, you do have prostitute syndrome. That should. I wonder if YouTube would flag that. I wonder if YouTube would flag that for a topic. I don't know. Anyways, right. So we'll just, because we have 3 here, we'll also do 3 here. And this is my Marseille. This is Pierre Mandini, 1709 version. That's how old tarot is. FYI, Rider-Waite-Smith came in 1900, so this is the older system. And snobbish, but I like this one better because it's more challenging for me to read with. I have to dig deeper into my intuition, generally. I mean, all the time, really, but with these cards, it's extra challenging. Okay, so we have the 9 of Swords with Alchemist. So basically, not believing in our ability to alchemize energy. Not believing, and I asked Spirit, I'm like, if I have all these raw, like, hits and psychic abilities, like, how can I transpose that into prostitute syndrome? And I feel here with the 9 of Swords, this is mastery of the... 9 of Swords is a very... not a misunderstood card, but it also has light attributes. And this is basically about enlightenment or wisdom, breaking old mental habits, mental diet, basically, in a certain sense. And I think this one also speaks true for me, knowing that I have good ideas, but they aren't the nucleus of society. And that's why, I mean, I want to be around great thinkers, but iron sharpens iron. We have the moon here. The collective energy is always so real and honest and raw. Like, we don't know what the fuck is happening right now. We don't know what the deal is. Because we all have prostitute syndrome right now. We're trying to figure out not how to make money, but like how to survive, but really how to tap into the power of our spirit to survive. So I think that could be the next question, because our spirit would be like the place where alchemy would happen. Judge. Was anything swords? I feel collective messages are so much more chill. I have to do this more often. I feel like it's more like geared toward my subs. We have the 9 of Wands. Okay. I like this energy. 9 of Wands is very determined. He's like, I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to give in. For me, 9 of Wands is very challenging. And it's interesting because we have accentuates the challenge of surviving. And the 9 of Wands is all about survival, but survival through ego death. Okay? And ego death is kind of like entering into a void and not knowing what's on the other side. And that's why the moon is here with the victim card. It's like we have to almost let go of the idea that we are victims, or like we are tumbleweed to the universe. We're not, because I also asked them, because everyone says we're in control, but then everyone says we're not in control. So I'm like, spirit. They're like, huh? I'm like, spirit, which one is it, you know? They're like, basically 50-50-ish, you know? A lot of our circumstance, at least the way we look at things, are in our control. But we, in this particular universe, we have gunas. Gunas are like, gunas, I don't know if this term exists externally. It is an internal term, meaning like it describes chaotic internal or energy in differing states, but still energy. So basically it's like we have, I should have written this down. It's energy in differing states. So from densest form, most crude form, to more elevated form, more expanded. So basically from constricted to expanded are what gunas are. And yeah. But transposed externally, I'm just like, spirit, how much control do we have? So I want to know, they say that there are energetic happenings to us, but I don't know. I need to do more research and stillness around the subject. Attempting to answer such a hard question, really, on a live with no preparation. I won't be doing that because I don't want to have to retract anything I say. Another reason why I don't often talk and share my ideas on here are because I feel that I'm talking about what I believe in, and I just want to come off as knowledgeable because it's important to me to it's important to me not to look stupid, basically, I guess, for lack of better words. So I always like to come with presentation. So I would do a presentation on that topic. Universe, how much control do we really have? All right. Whenever it comes through, you know? The Knight of Wands. Ooh, I don't like these cards. The Knight of Wands, the Ten of Wands, the Judgment card. Three of Pentacles, okay. Knight of Wands, Ten of Wands. I don't know, I can't read that right now for some reason. So I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna come back to it because I'm understanding what they're saying, but it's still coming in. My color cards. 3 here as well. 3, 3, 3. My phone, honestly, looks so cute, not in its case. Apple, are you gonna sponsor me? Thank you. You guys, this is Gina. This is really Gina. Like, she's really kind of bubbly, kind of like kooky, quirky, but also has an incessant need to be factually correct. Because again, I feel that when you say something, especially online, and you take yourself seriously, you just come knowledgeably from a place of having like extensive knowledge. I guess that's what I really wanted to say. It's an ego thing, yes, it is. I'm not gonna lie. But on the same token, where are we? On Earth, okay. The end. The end. People who insist on saying we can't act in ego, I'm just like, well, good luck. Good luck, because it's unnatural, I would say, at this point. We haven't ascended far enough. Anyways, we have listened well and fully. Mellow. Oh, that one's interesting. I'm not picking up what they're putting down yet. Make a wish. Make a wish on the moon, they said. How interesting, because that's sitting on the moon. And very feminine color here as well. Release your fears. Light apricot. Hello. Welcome back. I speak my... Wow, these colors are so Easter. Luna moth. Goddess Ishtar and fertility. Gentle love. Energy of the ancients. Indulgence. Ooh. You know I was going to have some chocolate tonight. It's special chocolate. It's special chocolate. Wink, wink. That was the most awfulest wink on the planet. Oh my god. Awful, Gina. Awful. Anyways. Alright, these are our colors. I'm just like, what the hell is this? It almost makes you want to throw up. It makes the masculine, it makes my distorted masculine want to throw up. It's a good thing. Alright. Listen well and fully, make a wish, release your fears. I've been doing a lot of root chakra work. So I think this goes back to the root chakra, even though the colors don't really align so much to that. But a lot of fight or flight, fear, etc. Root chakra. Definitely root chakra. Make a wish, listen well and fully. Our speech. My speech has been highlighted for me recently. I did an affirmation video, and holy shit, the way they did their affirmation was so different from the other people that I use, or the other styles of affirmation. First, they started in really loud voice, then they average voice, and then a whisper, and then twice mentally. And that was the most profound way of doing an affirmation that I have ever come across, and even the words that they use as well. When it's almost like, honestly, different affirmations hold different vibrations, and these affirmations that they did were just soaked in pure energy. I always notice, like, you don't notice, because I've been doing subliminals, affirmations, etc. So I kind of noticed it, and also light language as well. So I know the shift in energy and just their energy. Sorry, I have to plug this up. And I want to make sure that it was dry, because I was like, we don't want water in that. Yeah. Thank God nothing was short-circuited. But yeah, the affirmations were so powerful. The one that I did, I'm like, wow. Some people really put out such healing material online. If you're looking for a place to start, I would say light language. Light language is what Black people call speaking in tongues. I remember hearing it in church, and I'm like, wow, this is so interesting. Like, what are we saying? Like, what's happening right now? So it's interesting to me that even though I'm not in my specific religion, and my religion was very niched, so it was called Hebrew Pentecostal, not normal really. But it was just interesting to me that I left the church, but then wound up back in light language. And now I understand what's happening. It's divine code. And also some people sing as well. Just, it's like our voices can heal. And so they channel a specific language. But then you can also heal just through humming. Just through doing things like that. So yeah, light language, I've been doing often. Tapping is very releasing for the overall body. I've been also walking circles. What is walking circles, Gina? I pick a tree, any tree. Connect with that tree. I like to envision that I am breathing filtered air through the leaves of the tree, just really purifying myself, purifying my aura. That's why I really have to ask my guides what's going on whenever I'm picking up people's energy. And like I said, this has been like a reoccurring thing, because I do so much purifying work. I really like put emphasis on my spiritual. But anyways, walk circles. I love that practice. Also, rocking for your root chakra is very nice. And I do have a video coming soon, by the way, about how to ground, how to seriously ground into your body. This is something I know will 100% work, but I'm still testing out the technique that I was given. So, and it is quite peculiar. So I am very interested, I'm very eager, I guess, to share that tip or the video. I know the first one is very, very powerful. The second one is more, but it's still very, very powerful. So this one I'm developing now. We'll see how it goes. I like it so far, but again, I'm like, how can I test this? I'm like, Spirit, what if there were scientific data about chakras? Guys, I am so far ahead. I'm just not even in this reality sometimes. And I'm like, Gina, we get it, but you gotta switch it back down. But I'm like, what if there was technology that could read chakras? What if there was technologies that could I don't know. I wanted to do, not wanted to do, but mechanical engineering piqued my, or caught my interest because they can develop software, technology, etc. So technology that could, I guess, prove that chakras exist, basically. Because it's funny to me. I just watch so many, like, I don't know, movies and whatnot, I guess. And it's just so weird to me how there's always technology advancing in these movies, but our consciousness remains completely stagnant. And I know that's so strange to notice that and observe it and like have a complaint about it. But it makes me mad because they're like basically saying that, by the way, guys, you're stupid and technology will supersede you and your consciousness will never expand. And I don't believe that. I believe that our consciousness could supersede and or control technology just with your brain. I believe that we're that powerful. How can we develop something outside of ourselves that powerful, but we can't use it internally? And another issue I have, I guess, while we're complaining about the way we analyze things, is how we always seek external, but like we never, like, I guess the way my guru explained it, he's like, we never listen to our organs. We can't perceive our organs with our 3D senses, but maybe he says we can perceive our organs with our psychic powers, our psychic energy, our spiritual energy. And I know that they probably have tested this out because there's just no way this is like just a thought by myself, you know? But it always perplexes me or just annoys me, I guess, to some degree, how like we haven't been taught, I guess, to think outside the box in that way, you know? But especially with the first point, how it's just like, for example, Star Wars or whatever those sci-fi movies are where the technology is just super advanced. We're in space, you know? We're on Mars. We've terraformed planets. You're telling me that our consciousness, our spiritual awareness have not expanded? We haven't discovered anything about except for technology? I don't know, it's just weird to me. It always, and I am a proponent, for AI, but I also, this is turning into a rant. Let me just pull the last card. Okay, so where do you want to end? I'm honestly afraid to reach over because I don't even have liquid. Okay, they want to use this one because it's here. Because I'm kind of afraid of reaching over because I had PTSD about that damn water falling. Literally, it was like what? It was 7:14. I'm like, oh my god, I'm here early. Cool. I'm like always a little late. And Spirit was like, this is how you know your subconscious controls your reality because you literally said you're always late. And lo and behold, you were on time. You spilled your water and thus you were late. So if you were wondering if your subconscious controls your reality, maybe there's a piece of evidence for you in Gina's reality. I don't know. Continue to run experiments in your own reality. Okay. Closing message here. I think I've had fun on this little rant. It's been cool. Just talking and being my weird, kind of scientific, also very esoteric self. Because it's also my guy. He calls it spiritual science. You have to understand that to a normal person, they're like, what the fuck is she talking about? Spiritual science? But for me, it makes complete sense. It's basically like deeply combining the logical brain that is thoroughly developed with the spiritual mind that is also thoroughly developed, creating fucking a superhuman ability. We have lightning here. I like this. It's really funny because I was watching lightning, and I remember being told as a kid to always like run away. You better go pray. You better go like pray to Jesus because I remember specifically one time I was at my grandmother's house and it was lightning, and I was so afraid. But here, I saw the lightning and remember the fear that I had from their interpretations of lightning. But is that really like how? I mean, I guess it does start fires. You know, it is risky. But it was just so odd to me that like we were led to believe that if you were by a window, you could possibly get struck by light. I mean, maybe there's a chance. I don't know. But I just always remember having that fear. And so when I had that fear, looking at the lightning the other day, I'm like, wow, that's something I truly believed. That wasn't even my own belief. So I would have to look that up actually, just to make sure. So look it up, guys, to make sure. But I don't think. Maybe your chances are more, but it's very pretty to look at. I enjoyed it. Didn't let go of the fear, but I enjoyed it. So lightning here. This is abrupt change. Possibly even uncomfortable. And it's really interesting. You see the crystals in the back. Oh, the mountains in the background. Crystals in the background. You honestly can't really tell. The rock formations, I guess, in the background here are very, very, I don't know, they're drawing my attention in. So maybe you feel like foundation is being shaken. I was going to say foundation is being shaken, but it's being transformed, and we have transformation. I saw it before, but it's just funny that my verbiage was already leading me there to transformation. Tree of life. And they're saying the deeper your roots are, the less shaken you will be. And this is a visual they gave me, how like deep some roots can be in the earth, and how that's, I feel rooting is a very difficult technique for grounding, and I don't know why that's the first technique that's often taught, but you have to have really good visualization skills. I know personally for me, that one never worked. So yeah, but I feel at least the ones I'm thinking about developing now, we'll see how I do over the next, I'll have to test it for at least 3 days to like see, but I think it'll work. But anyways, rooting yourself like a great sequoia. I love sequoia trees, just the name. Going back to how names carry specific vibrations, sequoia, beautiful. You just know there's something special about that tree because of the name. And that's how you cannot read people's energy, I would say, but you can get an energetic snapshot, at least, from someone's name, for sure. Wow, we have protection here. And it's funny because I think I've been working more closely with Archangel Michael. I call him Michael, not Michael. Michael. Like I said, I'm more so interested in his... It's so funny how it's back to that point again about vibration of names. And it's just so funny. Anyways, they're like, you already know certain things, but I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear about it right now. We're not talking about that. Anyways, I want to know the angels, the archangels, but from other cultures' perspectives, because I know that there are interpretations of the angels. How many, anyone watching that are familiar with Christianity, do you know like how many specific archangels there are? I guess I can look it up, but I'm just curious because if there was a specific number, it would be easier to research for me. We have abundance and we have intimacy behind that. Abundance, I like abundance being first in my spirit. There's no way I'm fucking a man and you guys just go from 0 to 100 real quick. But there's like just no way. Everything for me has like I said, I have a very logical brain, and that's why I think certain things are harder for me. But everything's a flow. Everything happens in a specific way. No one replied, so I want to look it up. I think there's like 12. That's the number that keeps flashing in my head. I don't know. There's 7 apparently. Jugudiel, Gabriel, Selephiel, Michael, Uriel, Raphael, and Barachiel. I'll have to look it up. I'll do some more research there. I never got back to this Knight of Wands, 10 of Wands energy. Honestly, it's still a little bit mysterious to me. So, it's not important then. It feels important, honestly, but also insignificant as well. So maybe something feels important, but maybe it's just insignificant. Maybe it's leading into better things. I don't know. Alrighty, so that will be the collective message. I don't know what I'm going to name it. I think I said prostitute syndrome. That one is so funny, but like I said, I don't know how YouTube would react to that. It's very punchy, but it's also really clickbaity. I don't know. We'll see. But I hope everyone enjoyed the collective message. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. I think I should do a collective message every Monday. That'll be something fun. And I can also design some cool cover art for it as well. So it's not something boring. But I like doing this. I feel different form of content. And by the way, guys, I will also be adding more shorts. In these shorts will be pick-a-cards. So I'm super, super excited to do that. Just need to find some filming time. But I know I will. So that will be all. Again, I want to thank everyone so much for joining. I hope you guys have a beautiful 8/8 portal. It was, like I said, these things are always super ungrounding for me, but then I always snap back instantly. So it's really like a roller coaster for me. I guess emotional roller coaster would be appropriate title too. I'm going to name it prostitute syndrome. Alright, so thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, leave a comment down below. The description box down below has everything you need to know as to how to work with me.